Alright, so welcome back to another video. If you go ahead to enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And here's to the fifth time of me recording this video, because for some reason my mic wants to act up today. I don't know why, so drop a like for that, help me out. But then we're going to be talking about the Denver Nuggets versus the Phoenix Suns. Because after the last night's performance from the Phoenix Suns, it's not something that I did not expect that performance from this team. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's just go ahead and break it down. First, let's start off with DeAndre Ayton. Now, DeAndre Ayton ended with 14 and 10, but he hasn't looked like himself throughout this whole series. And I think a lot of people can notice that he hasn't played with that hustle, with that energy throughout this whole series. I don't know if that's Aaron Gordon or if that's Nikola Jokic like getting to him, but he hasn't looked like himself. And especially when you having performances from Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. Yes, Chris Paul's out, but when you having performances from like two of the best scorers in the league, they're going to kind of need DeAndre Ayton to step up more, because we know they don't have the deepest bench. Now last night Terrence Ross and TJ Warren did give him some good buckets. Cam Payne gave him good minutes, but they're going to need DeAndre Ayton to step up and do what he do, because we know DeAndre Ayton can be a great player, but throughout this series he hasn't looked like himself. Now he was 7 for 12 last night, but he only had 14 to 10, and he just hasn't looked like himself. So let's talk about this game. Kevin Durant ended with 28, I believe, and Devin Booker ended with 26, because in the fourth quarter, Monty Williams threw in a white flag with like 5 minutes left. They were down by 20. But in the first half of the game, it was kind of weird for this team, because like I said, it didn't feel like Devin Booker had 26. It didn't feel like KD had 28, because at the beginning of the game, Kevin Durant was not hitting his shots. I believe Kevin Durant only had 3 points going into the second quarter, halfway through the second quarter, while Devin Booker, on the other hand, was getting to his spots and like scoring his points, getting to the basket, getting to his shots. But it didn't feel like it. And credit Michael Porter Jr. for giving that spark off the gate. As soon as the game started, he had a big, huge first quarter. I think he had like 12 points, hit a couple threes. And the whole Denver Nuggets team through the first half, they were, well, let's say the first quarter, that they were really knocking down the threes. Bruce Brown hit a three, Aaron Gordon hit a three. Bruce Brown was attacking the rim. They were killing the glass. The Denver Nuggets team looked pretty good. And in the second quarter, they just stopped hitting their shots, and like that what allowed, because like in the first quarter they were blowing the Suns out, but in the second quarter they stopped hitting their shots, and like that allowed Kevin Durant and Devin Booker to get them back into the game. And at halftime, I think the Suns had a 1-point lead, but then coming out of halftime, the Denver Nuggets, they had their foot on the gas, while Kevin Durant and Denver continued to struggle. Denver ran up 30 points in that third quarter. Now remember, the Suns had a 1-point lead going into halftime, but they were down by 20 going into the fourth quarter. Denver had ran up 30 plus points, and like I said, like the scoring role for the Phoenix Suns kind of switched, because in the first half it was Devin Booker. Devin Booker was getting to his spots, and knocking out his shots. But in the second half, Devin Booker only scored 5 points in the third quarter, while on the other hand, Kevin Durant started hitting his shots, getting to the rim, post fade, playing good defense. So it kind of switched, and I don't know what was going on. Maybe it was just an off night, but like that can't happen from your 2-star players, especially coming off 2 great performances. We've seen 3 people have amazing performances. Nikola Jokic had 50, and then Devin Booker and Kevin Durant both had 30 plus points. So I did not expect this performance from the Phoenix Suns. It kind of looked like, for a second, it was like, okay, Denver's going to win the game in the first quarter. Then it was like, oh wait, no, the Phoenix Suns are going to win this game. And in the third quarter, Denver was like, no, we're going to shut this down right now. And they ran up 30 plus points. And that was pretty much it. The game was pretty much over. About 7 to 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I think Monty Williams threw in a white flag, and Kevin Durant and Devin Booker said it was a lot of stuff going on with the drama too. A couple of texts were thrown out. But I just want to go back to like DeAndre. I'm not dogging on DeAndre Ayton, because I'm just not dogging on DeAndre Ayton, but I do expect him to play a lot better. And I agree with KD. I think they're going to need a good game. They're going to need a good game from DeAndre Ayton. I think he's due for one, but if he's due for one, it's going to have to be next game, because if it's not, They're going home. They're going home. But yeah, so I still have Denver winning this series. Not being biased, because like, but I just have Denver winning this. I just think Denver is the more complete team. They got a better bench than the Suns. Now, like I said, T.J. Warren and Terrence Ross did hit a couple good buckets for the Suns, but as a whole, the team struggled. It was pretty much Devin Booker and KD, and they struggled too. So when your two-star scorers are struggling, and the role players, the bench players aren't scoring either, that's a recipe for like you're not going to win this game. And that's exactly what we saw last night. It was a blowout win by the Denver Nuggets. And yeah, but I do expect next game, even though I have Denver winning, I do expect KD and Devin Booker to bounce back. And like, are they going to win? No, I have Denver winning, but I do expect them to bounce back. But I wouldn't be surprised if this does go to Game 7, because this whole series has been back and forth. I just hope we don't get a performance that in the next game that we saw last night, because it wasn't nice. Like, it wasn't good. But if you're a Nuggets fan, if you're a Suns fan, just let me know down in the comments how you feeling about this whole series so far. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And I'm gonna catch you in the next one. We out of here. Peace.